Appreciate Coach Clay. Appreciate Clay Martin, head football coach at Wiley, coming in and joining us this morning. Pepper Rally days are so tough, and I knew we better get Coach Martin in before all that starts happening. So we appreciate him coming in. And no stories on Josh. We'll try to get those out of him sometime. But it's time for our Hodgepack Sport Clip Youth Player of the Week. And this week, we've had track people, we've had track athletes, baseball, softball, basketball, golf. We've had taekwondo. If you remember, we had Cole Ward's son. And today we have our first, and it was cool. We got a nomination from friends of ours with Pest Patrol, Keely Hurt, nominating Sophie. And Sophie is here, a 12U hockey player. And Sophie, appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you.
So Sophie, how old are you and what grade are you in?
I am 12 and I am in 7th grade.
All right, so in 7th grade and playing hockey. So what got you into playing hockey?
I first saw my brother play at a really young age, so I thought I wanted to try it, and then I just ended up sticking.
How old's brother?
He's 17 right now.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this. Now, let me tell you, Sophie, I know Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and that's about it. I'm like the weird people that think you just watch hockey for the fight. So, but where do you play hockey, and what drew? How long have you lived in Abilene?
I'm pretty sure I lived in Abilene my whole life.
Okay, so big brother too. All right, so hockey's been something he was gravitated to. You started playing hockey. Where do you play hockey at?
We used to play hockey here in Abilene, and now I play in East Texas.
Okay. So is there a hockey ice rink? I mean, this is ice hockey, right?
No, I play roller.
Okay, it's roller hockey. Okay, there you go, roller hockey. That's pretty good stuff. Now, what team do you play on?
I play for East Texas, but when we go to tournaments, we usually pair up with the New York Roadrunners.
New York Roadrunners. Okay, so do you have people from all over on this particular team?
Yeah, sometimes.
How do y'all practice? How do you pick where you practice if you're from all over?
We don't really practice together, but I play with the East Texas and New York play for New York.
Okay, gotcha. And so where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled.
Oh, okay, very cool. Awesome. So you're practicing a couple of times a week, or how?
Yeah, but I practice like every Sunday probably, if we can make it. And we practice here in Abilene.
So in the break, we were talking about, hockey is really tough because you have to know how to skate first, I would think.
Which Hodge cannot do.
Yeah, so you're learning, is that kind of true in hockey? You've got to learn how to skate first, and then you kind of get into hockey, or do you learn your skills and then try to learn how to skate later?
You kind of need to
skate first, right? Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, then you just kind of learn.
You really need to know how to skate before doing anything else.
Yes.
So what, now your mom sent me, so you play mostly defense or forward, right?
I'm more of a center.
Okay. So what does that involve? Are you able to score from there? Are you trying to make sure nobody else does? What's your role at center? You are educating me, Hodge, and Misty. You are educating us on hockey. In fact, we may need you to, when hockey season starts in the NHL. Do you watch NHL hockey?
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
So maybe she can be our hockey analyst expert. That's going to be Sophie, because we don't know. So,
I mean, I do know what a hat trick is.
Well, I do too.
But yeah, I don't know on the ring. But I don't know much more than that.
And I always think icing. I always think it's cake. But so what's your role as the center?
As a center, you can play offense or defense, more like in the middle.
So do y'all check people like they do in?
You can't do that. Even in ice, you have to be over 14.
Okay, so if they check you, they throw a whistle or blow a flag?
I think if you check, don't they like throw you out?
There should be contact if you're both going.
All right, so mom's in the green room, letting us know you can have a little contact. So, but still, I mean, you got to be in pretty good shape. Do you run also, or are you skating everywhere?
Skating, probably. I usually take my skates everywhere.
Are there any other sports that you participate in
Not
currently,
really.
or kind of main focus is hockey?
Main focus is hockey.
Do you like any other sports? Like, do you watch any on TV or?
I sometimes play sometimes play cricket with my uncle when he comes.
Oh, wow, cricket. Now, I'm telling you.
You're cultured.
Yeah, you're way more.
Way more than we are.
No, yeah.
I'm
So-
like, that's amazing.
So what is your, I mean, like, have you had a hat trick?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah.
Should we get something autographed now?
Honestly, yeah, I think
I
we
mean,
should.
that way, since she's probably gonna be famous, just remember us, none of the little people, when you become famous. Who's your favorite hockey player?
Probably. I'm not sure. I haven't watched a lot of hockey lately because we've been going to tournaments.
So y'all played in one last week, which worked out well for you to be on the show this week. Where were you last weekend?
Last weekend, I forgot where we went. We went to Denton.
Okay,
I won 10U and 12U.
okay, you won it. So like y'all's team, or what did you compete in?
I compete in the 10Us. It's 10U and under, and then the 12Us, 12U and up.
And this is when playing with East Texas?
Yes, we play for East Texas.
So when you go to these tournaments, how many teams are usually participating?
Probably, if you go to big tournaments, probably like 100 to 80 states.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the small tournaments, it's just like some people that wanted to play.
Wow. So at what point, I like to ask this question, at what point when you started learning how to play hockey, were you like, I'm really good at this? Like, was there a moment, like an age, like, because you've been playing for a while now, but at what point were you like, yeah, like I'm pretty skilled at this?
Probably like my third year playing and my second.
Okay.
All right, I know we asked this and my memory's terrible. So are you 12 or?
I'm 12.
Yes.
All right, so 12 on the dot, so sixth grade. All right, there we go. All right. How heavy is the equipment that y'all have to wear?
It depends. I don't wear like the chest pad that people wear or the girdle. So if you wear those, it's pretty heavy.
So you look like a football player sometimes?
Yeah, but I don't really wear those, so not really heavy.
What's the best part of your game? Because I'm looking at you and you're so petite. And I don't know, when I think about hockey, like you're obviously very strong to play hockey. But what is the best part of your game, you would say? Like, what sets you apart from other players?
Probably, I don't know, probably my defense is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
How fast are you when you start skating?
It's like as fast as I could.
There you go. Nice. So she could chase you down, is what she said. So I want to know, yeah, we have time. Tell me about Sermon on the Rink.
Sermon on the Rink, it's when my brother started that one, like my second year of hockey. And it's just like where we like get in a circle and go to our Bibles, our Bible apps or whatever, and we like go to the Bible and tell our favorite part about that Bible that we have.
That's pretty cool.
So does this happen before every game or tournament, or how
Yeah,
often is this happening?
Yeah, the season just like it's about to start, so we haven't done it that much, but we usually do it before like the games or the practices or whenever we have time.
And your mom let me know, so you're big in your youth group at New Hope Church.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool. All right, so Misty has a question she asks every one of our athletes. Right before you play, I'm gonna let her ask that question.
So tournament days, what do you do to get yourself pumped up for the game? Like, are you wearing a certain pair of socks? Are you superstitious? Are you jamming out to a certain song?
Are you just
like,
a little stitches?
Yeah, like what do you do to get amped up and ready to play?
I usually just like have a giant speaker, and me and my team go into our lockers and just like jam to the music.
Jam out
What's
what?
the jam?
Yeah, what are the jams?
Usually, whatever like pops up into our mind, we're like, we should play this.
Okay, so it's just a mix.
So
Just a mix of whatever we want.
softball people have cheers. Cheerleaders have cheers. They have chants. Does hockey have do y'all have anything like, are people that are in the box before they roll on? Are there any yells or chants or anything?
Yeah, sometimes if our friends play, we'll be like chanting like, let's go.
Okay. All right.
If there were walk-up songs for hockey and you
Walk-up song for the penalty kicks or penalty
yeah,
kicks.
if you had a walk-up song, if that was a thing in hockey, what would your walk-up song be?
I would probably pick Party in the USA.
Oh, love it. Okay, I actually know that one.
Yeah, my old coach, his name is Berkla, and I call him Saucy because I didn't know that. And he always listens to that on the ring. He just be like jamming for that.
So does your coach live in East Texas now? Or where does this coach
This
live?
one, he lives in he lived here, but he's going. He's Abilene, but where is he going?
He just works out of
Yeah.
Okay,
he
works
lives
out of
in
town,
Abilene.
so your coach is here. Nice.
Right.
Well, Sophie, I'm gonna tell you, we've interviewed a lot of people. You may be one of our favorites.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is really, I would love to learn more, because, yeah, you are educating us for
Yes,
sure.
this is such a fun experience.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so,
thank you.
but what do you love most about hockey? Like for me, golf, I like it. I mean, I love all sports. But when I play golf, I like it because it's outside. I can actually do okay at it. When I play basketball, I enjoy, making passes and just the competitiveness of playing. But what do you love about hockey?
What I love is just like having fun and playing with my friends on the rink.
And I guess the cool thing about this, playing with the New York Roadrunners, which I'd like to see how many Roadrunners are in New York, but you're getting to meet a lot of cool people all across the country.
Yes, sir.
And what have you had a favorite hockey rink that you played at?
My favorite hockey rink,
Like arena or anything that you played at?
I would probably say the Digital ring is pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one.
What's the furthest that you traveled to play a tournament?
Furthest, probably Indiana.
Oh wow, Indiana.
World travel.
Oh yeah, we went to
Missouri.
Missouri and Nashville.
Cali, lunch.
Oh yeah, we went to California.
Oh, wow.
And maybe in the winter, I might get picked up and we might go to New York to play some big
Oh, that would
tournaments.
be really cool.
Yeah, winter in New York, I hear, is pretty cool, especially if you make it around Christmas time and you can be.
This is probably a really dumb question, but I'm gonna ask because I don't know. So these tournaments, are they in like an indoor arena? Are they always outside in the open? Like, how are these arenas?
My rink here, it is outdoors and it's concrete. And usually rinks are indoors unless you go to Wish Cup outdoor. That's basically almost all of them that are outdoors. But everything else is indoors, and they have like instead of concrete, they're little squares that are plastic.
Okay, very
Wow.
cool.
Well, Sophie, we appreciate you so much coming into the Hodgeback. You got a Hodgeback, appreciate Hodgeback, not Hodgeback, but the Sport Clips folks. Giving you a haircut, so if you need a haircut, people at Sport Clips can get it, or you can give it to your brother or whoever. But we appreciate it, and again, you've been the highlight of the show so far. No offense, Coach Martin, he's awesome.
We love you, Coach.
We know
however-
football, we don't know a whole lot about hockey.
Exactly.
And so, anytime you want to come back, if you go on a trip or a tournament, we'd love to have you.
Okay, thank you. This is really fun.
All right, when we come back, we maybe she can stick around and see if Misty's question's crazy. But again, we appreciate Sport Clips, all those folks at Sport Clips. Get that haircut. When we come back, Misty's back.
Okay, I'm gonna get a picture of you with your, some of your
Good job,
awards.
Sophie.
Sophie's name is Matt.
It's
Huh?
Matt.
First was a different coach.
It's okay.
Matt Bergla is your coach?
No, Kevin Bergla was our travel coach, and he got real busy. So, the one she's talking about, Sophie, he's he used to be Florida State University's captain for 4 years. So he's our travel coach now, but he works with the DI plan.
Yeah, let's definitely get that one.
I thought you said Matt Bergla. I know Matt
Put the
Bergla.
medals on and then I'll,
This medal
His tenure.
the 18-year I want to go up and
Yeah, this is incredible. I'm just like, wow. Like, this is crazy. Like,
That was very good.
yeah, I'm
That
like,
was very good.
And she can stay and answer some more questions if you want.
I just didn't know what Misty's back was.
yeah, it's, very cool. Those medals are really cool. Like, very cool.
Better see one.
Yeah, look at these.
They're so heavy.
Oh my gosh. Y'all, these medals are insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. These,
Those look like championship belts.
like, no, come. This is so heavy. Like, bless your heart. Okay.
And so you're earning these. They're not just
Okay,
giving
so
you
I'll
them.
get you right here next to this. This is actually really great. Yeah, I'll just kind of
There
get
you
a
go.
picture. Like, this is insane. I mean, I know you don't have everything because you're very decorated, But yeah, I'll get a pic of you. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. So good. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Good
So
call,
she's
Hodge.
tiny for 18.
Well, that's
years.
what I was like, oh my
Well,
gosh.
These are the 10s, the 12s, she's tiny and 12, and then these are the 18 women.
That's insane. So are these girls like 16,
These
17,
are
18?
She's 18. She's from Texas. She just went to college just like her sister.
From Texas, I can tell.
She's literally,
She's
look
from
at this.
Texas.
She's
And I can
playing
tell.
with women. Like, look at these girls. They're literally women. Wow.
Yeah, and most of those are 16, 17.
She's from Texas, I can tell.
The only one that's
by
her age
a
was
little
Maddie.
way.
Maddie is 12. Oh, she's 13 now.
This is
She's
incredible.
huge for 12.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna start this next segment. So y'all, but thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. We'll definitely have to
Yeah,
have
great
you back.
job.
And I'll get this posted here in a little bit on our Facebook. And give you a big shout out. Yeah, that was really great.
And if y'all go and get your haircut, if you'll get a picture, whoever gets the haircut, just take a picture when you go to Sport Clips. And if you'll send it to me, that way we can.
Oh my gosh,
This
thank
is what I
you.
become.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love these. I have a ton of these in my office at work. Actually, we'll leave it at the studio.
Do you have that little bag?
What was that?
We actually have something for y'all, but
Oh, yes.
one of our sponsors had little gift bags, and so
Oh, thank y'all.
we had one left over. You wanna go grab it real quick?
Okay, and we might be back on the air when you come in, but.
But
we
it's
can-
totally okay, you're good.
Yes, but you're good. Yeah, we'll leave baby Jesus in the studio. I do. I have a ton of these in my office. Megan bought me 12. I have all 12 disciples. I literally, I do. I have all
I
12.
saw that, she,
Is that McMurray?
Yeah.
I know. I'm so very happy for her. Okay, I'm like, what am I doing here? Okay, here we go.
Trying to figure this out. Okay, Josh. Yes, math is hard. We got,
Math is hard.
it's not gonna be clock 56.
Oh my gosh. Are y'all following this story of the 19-year-old picking up the 15-year-old and like taking her to a hotel?
No.
Okay, we can talk about that later.
They were asking everybody, do you know who that
I know. It had like 1,000 shares. It was, yeah, luckily she was found alive. But yeah, he's been charged.
Did they get him?
Yes, it looks, yeah. They charged him. He's been charged with sexual assault of a child, 2nd-degree felony. But yeah, so.
That's crazy. They were looking for him yesterday. They're like, do you know?
I know, I saw it. Yeah, I was like, oof. Okay.
That sounds scary for some reason.
Thank you so much. This is so cool. Look, guys.
And that place is so cool. They let us come in and do like the reverb chairs anytime we want to.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome, y'all. Thank y'all so much. This is so sweet. Ah, you're just doing the most good. Oh my gosh. We wish you so much luck for your upcoming season. Yes, and like Hodge said, come back anytime. We'd love to have you back.
Actually, we do have our ring. It's behind Eastern's Diamond and at Cal Young Park.
Oh,
She
okay.
just never remembers the name of
Yeah.
it.
I was wondering if that's what it was, because
Yes, and actually, we're signing up for fall right now. She forgot to mention that.
Oh.
She only plays league here, but we still need more kids because she has to play up at 18U. And
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
mean,
She's playing with women.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
well, thank you again so
Thank you so
much.
yes, keep getting those reps.
It is time for hour number 2, brought to you by Coleman County State Bank. ColemanBank.com is where you can find everything you need for them, but also be sure to check out Tammy and their mortgage team if you're looking for a new place to live, maybe a business property or anything like that. But you need help on that process of buying your home. Tammy and her team will be the one that you want to reach out to at ColemanBank.com. We told Sophie this, and I meant it. Maybe one of the coolest interviews we've done.
Yeah, she is really impressive, and we found out when we were not on air, she was showing some of her plaques that will get posted, but she's playing 18U right now. Like, she's 12 years old, literally playing, like, there's some, I think there's another girl around her age, but everybody else is way older. Like, that to me is just crazy, and her mom was saying they need more players, so if you're listening, get a hold of us. We will get you in touch because they are looking for players right now for their fall league team.
Well, I mean, and she talked about it being roller hockey. Even roller hockey, you expect hockey to be maybe in a big city or
Right.
north.
Well, and she did mention that, and I have seen that over there, because I was wondering if they played there, but there is a hockey rink at the park over there, off East South 11th.
Cal Young.
Cal Young, that's what it's called, but,
Yeah.
I couldn't put on skates without, I'd probably like break a bone just trying to put them on. Like, that's how bad I am at anything like that.
I would need the walker. I would need the walker too. Whatever that.
We can arrange that. I want to see you go to the old roller rink.
We
and have
should
you out
go to
there
the
with
skating place.
I'm a fan of Groban, but I would be on the side watching.
I actually like to skate.
There you go.
I'm not that great,
There you
but
go, Jeff.
Go out there and skate away. It's something that I've never been able to do very well. I mean,
Really?
there was the whole roller hockey phase,
The rollerblades were a thing.
when the Mighty Ducks came out, and I had a hockey stick, but
I did want to ask her if she ever gets in front of the pitching machine. 364 days.
Yes.
364 days for next
year's tryout.
yeah.
But anyway, she did a really good job. But now she lucked out and not having to answer this.
So thankful for Mulligan's Sports Bar Grill and Golf, located at 1166 Ben Ritchie Drive. They have been such a great partner to sponsor this segment for a while now, and so appreciative. The best thing to do if you're wanting to know what their specials are each week, they are posting a ton of that on their Facebook page. Check it out at Mulligan Sports Bar Grill and Golf for all the things at Mulligan's.
Very long name.
Yes, it is.
So it's easy to remember.
It is.
Sports bar, grill, and golf.
And
Well, it gives you all that you want.
Yeah, I mean, it puts it all right out there.
There's
no
options.
guessing.
There's no guessing, and you've got all the options. You can golf, you can grill, you can bar, you can do all the things at Mulligan's.
And there's a pool table.
And there's some slot machines now. So also super fun if you like to play, I don't know, would you call that like a video game? I don't really know what you would call it. It is a slot, but like, it is a game. It is a game.
It's, yeah.
It is
Super fun. So,
My kids like to play the Golden Tee
Yeah.
also. So
oh yeah, that game's
That is
really
a good
fun.
I'm really surprised that's not made its way into your garage.
well, I don't think I would like it if I just took it.
No, like, all right, I will say this.
What happened to the Golden Tee? I don't know.
I have no clue.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, I could see this. As much as your kids get you or Leanne's phone, I would make sure they haven't ordered one on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
lands at your house.
So far, with only one time have my children purchased something without
But
On
they're getting
Amazon?
old. Hey, but
it wasn't
now,
on
hey,
Amazon, it was on eBay,
but now they're getting older and understand. Hey, sorry, Dad, I got Golden Tee and.
I didn't know eBay was still a thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's so
well, it's
funny.
not as cool as it used to
You
be.
remember getting East Bay?
East Bay, yeah, that was like every baseball bat in the world was in there. But eBay's still a thing. It's not, the heyday of eBay has passed when it was like, I think it's been replaced by,
Everything else.
with like Facebook Marketplace.
Mm,
Because used to, you could get on eBay and find used things at a cheap price.
Mhm.
And now eBay is kind of just like,
Is it more for like antiques?
well, I mean, there's still some stuff like that, but a lot of stuff on eBay that I see is just new stuff that someone is selling. It's not like an auction like it used to be. It's kind of like not Amazon, but wants to be Amazon. I don't know, but I used to buy a lot of stuff on eBay, golf clubs, fishing stuff, because you could get, used stuff for half of what it costs new.
It was played again in sports online.
And now it's fake stuff from China.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, the
That
question of the
doesn't say
week.
Oakley.
I thought there was a name.
Yeah.
The question of the week is, what is the weirdest tradition in sports?
The weirdest.
What do you consider the weirdest tradition? It can be any sport. Pick your poison in sports.
Weirdest tradition. Now, I think one that I think is odd, and I've got a theory behind why it happens, is if somebody makes a hole in one, the tradition is the person that made it has to buy a round for everybody that's in the group.
That seems so backwards.
Here's how I
Buy me around.
yeah.
I just got a hole in
Here's
one.
how I think it happened. I thought about this.
No, okay.
All right, so which don't know how it's gonna come out. Guy hits a hole in one and he makes it, and he is so excited. Everybody else is jumping around like, "Oh my gosh, I made a hole in one!" And the guy that's jealous in the group goes, "Man, you ought to buy us around." And he said, "Why not? I'm so pumped! I made a hole in one."
And
then
in
it's
this
stuck.
one moment, it's like everybody that knew to do it.
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's my theory.
This seems so backwards.
It does seem backwards.
Is that not a weird tradition?
No,
It
it
a weird
is,
tradition. I mean, it's
actually.
very weird, because,
I can't top it, I don't think.
you have, well, I'm trying to think,
I think
There's-
rushing the mound is not a weird tradition,
what
but
on earth is going on?
So these lights,
Like that, they just started flashing.
yeah,
They haven't
the
been
whole
flashing.
time we were interviewing Sophie, there's a jam sesh
It
happening
is.
with the lights.
hey, in Sully's defense, she is a superstar. She deserved it.
No, she did deserve the lights, but all of a sudden they just, I don't know.
And they're red and they're blue and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a weird tradition.
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see it on my face? Like the
I see it on my face.
Yeah.
I can.
See?
You ought to be the one on this side with the mall glass.
See,
that
you
we
can
have.
see me.
Oh.
I'm like shiny.
Oh, yeah, it does
Yeah,
flash
yeah.
out. It
I'm
does.
Not
wondering.
what I would do, but go ahead.
It's-
Not what I would do,
Yeah,
but go ahead.
But
They are flashing, no pun intended. But the weird tradition in sports is
I'm
like,
crying. I'm sorry. Oh.
I'm trying to think of exactly which one, because there's a lot of things that you do, like we talked about before. If a pitcher is throwing a no-hitter, you don't talk to him. You're not supposed to mention it.
But I think that's very true because pressure is real.
Pressure is real. But that's one that I think it's funny that forever, if there's a no-hitter going on, you don't talk about it.
Do you
If
think
you
that?
talk about it, it goes away. Well,
And those people get blamed.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now it's like I get a alert on my phone that's like, perfect game through 6, tune in. I mean, I know they're obviously trying to draw eyes because, our baseball fan is probably something like, if you're not doing anything else, well, I'll turn that on.
Right.
Maybe I'll watch the rest of this no-hitter. But you're jinxing it right off the bat. And it's like,
I think jinx is a tradition that I do not believe in, but people do. Josh does.
I do. 100% I do.
Josh will tell me all the times I've jinxed something.
The amount of times that he jinxes things, and then it's his defense mechanism to say, I don't believe in that. But it doesn't matter if you believe in it, you just did
You
it.
still jinxed us.
Right. So,
Set us up for failure.
Do you have one?
I'm gonna say storming the field against an unranked opponent.
I think it's
tearing
bad.
up your own stadium is a weird, and that's not, I don't know that anyone.
Or
really-
destroying your own city after you win a championship.
Yeah, that
sorry.
is probably, that's just maybe not the weirdest, but yes.
That is the
We won the Super Bowl. Let's go burn a cop car.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
yeah.
trash this
that's
place.
just, you allow hooligans to be hooligans. It's like the breakdown of society. That's why I do believe in the zombie apocalypse, but it won't actually be zombies.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, on yours, what I don't like is when you're a decent team and you beat a ranked team and you storm. Like,
Yeah, you gotta act like you've been
act
there.
like you've been there. Act like you're supposed to be good.
Yeah,
It'd
well,
be
that's
like
what I'm
if
saying, like the
Indiana
other
beats
team.
Ohio State and they storm the field,
Yeah,
it's dumb.
that's exactly my point.
It's very dumb.
And I really, storming the court is another big deal in
Mhm.
basketball. I don't get it.
I don't mind.
And I
don't mind that I don't mind
you're
storming
not
the
a
field.
crowd
or
guy. You
storming-
wouldn't
no,
storm it.
no, but I don't mind especially in college sports, if you get back to the roots of it, which we're way far from that, it's like you're watching your classmates play and it's your school and you're excited. Now tearing down the goalpost and ripping up the bleachers and like all of that, no, but
I don't get it.
go celebrate with your fellow fans, like high fives and stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind that at all. I don't get the destruction part. That's the part that I might not have. But I'm trying to think. There are a lot of like weird little things, and I think personal traditions kind of come into it. Like which I lots. My routines have to get to the point where it's like I can't mess up my routine. To order I put my socks on and things like that, but that's
Right.
just my own weirdness.
What is one you like? To turn your question on you, to put you on the spot. What is a tradition you like?
Even though it's, gone away or there's still tortillas flying here and there, but I love the tortilla toss at Tech, cause it is so weird. And it was because, somebody, I think back in the day was like, how are they saying it? Like the only thing out there is tortilla factories or whatever, however it was said.
It was a desert.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think it's funny. It's like, okay, cool. We're just going to now adopt this as our tradition. And as weird as it is, it's just fun. So that's one that I do like, even though now it's, become a problem.
Obviously the Iowa Children's Hospital there, they wave to the
Right.
kids
Yeah,
before
that
the
was so
game.
sweet.
That's one that's just gonna
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Right. And the other is, that's kind of odd because I never understood what it was and I had to research it. But the Arizona says bear down, but it has nothing to do with their mascot. So I was
Which is a wildcat.
yes, so that always confused me. But then I looked up the history of it, and it was like, and I could be butchering this, but it fits the thought, I guess. But a player was injured in a car accident, and he was like on his deathbed, and they had to go play, and he said, "Y'all got to bear down."
There you go.
Aw,
and
that's
so
Stick
so
on
sweet.
his
It became
tradition.
their fight song, whatever fight slogan. I don't know what you call it.
That's kind of cool.
I'll end it with this, and there was a question that came out, what's something that's kind of gone away that you don't see anymore? And you used to see it all the time. There's one with Jimmy Johnson, there's one with Bill Parcells. But do you remember when the players would hoist the coach up on their
Yes.
shoulders after a win? You don't see that anymore. It's gone straight just to Gatorade bath and that's it. There is not this.
So,
hey,
yeah, to carry the guy off.
yeah,
the
you
Rudy.
don't, you don't see that anymore.
Oh, that's true. We
Like-
can bring that back.
Yeah, maybe they'll put Shoddy on his shoulders.
Clay Martin needs to be on some shoulders
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
bulldogs.
All right, so there you
That's
go.
funny. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
That was
You-
something that you've seen a lot of those over the years.
I mean, even Jimmy Johnson, he's
Yeah.
getting carried off. I think,
And why
on one-
Gatorade? Like, when did that start? Like, all of a sudden,
You can Google that. I think it was the Giants Super Bowl. They tossed it on Bill Parcells first, and now that is a prop bet later on.
Who's gonna get?
Yes.
And
What
color?
What color is
Yes.
the Gatorade? Hey, when we come back, fantasy football drafts are coming. You may need this guy's advice. When we come back, part 2 of our interview with ESPN's Phil Yates. We'll be back right after this.
That was one that you kind of put me on the spot. I couldn't think of any like real good ones.
I know that it was like an easy question, but also if you're not ready for it, it's like, like, what
That's
am
one
I
that-
gonna say?
That's one that if you were to Google weird sports traditions, you would see a top 10 list and you'd know 8 of them.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you'd be like, oh, I didn't
exactly.
think about that.
Yeah, I actually saw that And I've been keeping that in the arsenal, and I was like, oh, we're almost, not that, I mean, I figured we'd
No!
lean more towards football. That is funny though, that people don't put them on the shoulder. I haven't thought about that.
That has not.
But that really is a thing.
Being carried off. And
Yes. That is a good one. Yeah, really good one.
I wonder who the first person that was the spike of football.
Yeah.
Or yeah, and like touchdown dances, like, woo!
I'm telling you right now, you,
I cannot, y'all. I started crying. And then I looked at Hodge and he's crying laughing. That was so funny. But these lights, I don't know what
You're see what
happened.
she was doing. She's like doing this. I'm like, it's like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
And then she just like, here, doing it like it was doing what she was wanting to do.
I was laughing
Let me
so
play with myself.
Well, I don't know. I'm like, I know what I was doing with my hands. I was gonna go pee and he just went right in front of me.
Well,
So rude.
We don't have to talk for a second.
Yeah, he's so rude. Oh my gosh, that was funny. And then I could not, like, do you ever get tickled at whatever you just did and you cannot stop laughing at yourself? But these lights, and then now look, they're
Now
like.
it's just like half on,
Yeah,
not flashing.
like, what is
It's like,
it?
I don't know where the controls are for that.
I don't
or why
either.
It just started.
But it started when Sophie was interviewing, and I was trying not to get distracted, but I was
Water
distracted.
goes over.
Yeah, there's got to be like a box or something. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh, okay, now wait. Yeah, now they're solid. But this side is not on. Okay, I'm going to the bathroom now.
There's buttons.
We're trying to figure out the lights.
The buttons for it are right here, but I don't know if they're there.
Oh, there you go, they're blue.
But why does this have not come on? It was on a while ago. I like it for all time.
Something else I was thinking about?
Right here.
Oh.
Heidi! Are they all on now?
No, just half. Oh, we're going to Yates, right?
Some of that's because they have no good, right? They're constantly playing shootout games, defense just to be good. But if that defense can be, as I said, as you mentioned, average, the Cowboys offense can even it can be the 10th or 8th best offense and keep them afloat. They're going to be good on special teams. They, of course, have the arguably best kicker in the NFL and Brandon Aubrey. There are question marks still about how this head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, sort of stacks up. But I do believe that this team, with, I would say, average defensive play, can make a big difference.
Yeah, I agree. And so now let's take advantage of the other insider views of fantasy football part is a lot of people are getting ready for drafts. And again, plug, download the ESPN inside as you prep. The week of the running backs, they have been resurrected not only by being used, but also being paid. So as we head into, besides Bijan and Jonathan Taylor and Gibbs, who are some folks that we should look at the running back spot when we start drafting?
Yeah,
Because those three may not be available.
that's right. So Christian McCaffrey, certainly a name to keep an eye on there. Devon Achane is one of the players that I think will define the upcoming first round of fantasy football draft. And what I mean by that is, I don't think Devon Achane is going to be pretty good. I think he's either going to be amazing or going to be a player that you wish you didn't invest a first round pick in. He's certainly in a different situation than he was last year. Not playing for Mike McDaniel, this amazing, exceptional offensive coordinator of play calling, but also his offense team profile is one of the worst in the NFL. That offense doesn't usually produce top 5 fantasy football running backs, but they could. I also really like the depth of running backs this year. Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, James Cook, and Josh Jacobs, and Jeremiah Love, Amari Hampton, Saquon Barkley, and Ashton Jenkins. That's 8 names I just listed right there. They're in the first round in some cases, but all represent to me really strong options. So the depth does fall off pretty clearly around the 20th or so running back. But if you can get one of those first, call it 12 to 13 backs, I think you're in good shape in the running back.
So what rookies that may not necessarily be sleepers, but what rookies should be highlighted when we, for those of us that still print out the pages, who should be highlighted when it comes to rookies?
Yeah, the number one is Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame, who, of course, went third overall in the real NFL draft and was exceptional at Notre Dame. 40 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons. He now goes to the Cardinals for, I have some skepticism about the situation overall, like Ashton Jenkins last year, or two of him, and a bunch of him beyond that. But a very talented player, just an exceptional pass catcher, and that really boosts the value for him in fantasy. His teammate, Jadarian Price, who was the backup running back in college, who might be the starting running back in the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, is going to be a valuable piece as well. He only caught 6 passes last year, did Jadarian Price, but kind of a situation where if you're Notre Dame and you have Jeremiah Love, is it really a repeater for football to the other running back in your backfield? Those are the 2 main fantasy football of the rookie class this year that are generating the most hype in that mix.
Well, and a couple more, I know you had a lot going on, but a couple more questions as far as players. Who's going to be this year's Sam Darnold? I'm telling you, people thought it was crazy. I called him unsportsmanlike. I said this. I think he's going to have the best weapons he's ever had. Who's to say this year's Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, getting Kyler Murray?
Ooh, I like it. I mean, Texas guy himself. I can see that. I could. He's got great weapons. He's got a great head coach. That's a good answer right there. I like Kyler Murray as a pick. It's a major.
Is he picking up later, maybe? Because he's going to be
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. I like Kyler too, because I like betting on players where the world is betting against them. Because if you're Kyler and this does not work out, you might be cast as a backup quarterback for the rest of your career. Not too many guys go number 1 overall, have a moment of decline, teeter, and then become high-level starting quarterbacks again. It usually means we are de-escalating down into backup quarterback position.
Yeah, so that's who, of course, we'll have our listeners listen to this, but in the drafts that I'm in, I'm thinking Kyler's going to be a chance because I think his head coach is in a similar hot seat type. Can I prove, because Sam Darnold just won the Super Bowl, can I do it again with another number 1 draft pick?
And then I like that. And hey, listen, the Vikings are not looking to have another season where Justin Jefferson is frustrated each and every week. And Kyler Murray is integral to avoiding that reality.
Well, and again, so Phil Yates joined us. So on the fantasy football front, what is first of all, how many leagues are too many? And how many are in?
No such thing. I would think probably 13 or 14 this year, somewhere in that range. No less than 10, probably no more than league with plenty, but, it's an 18-week sprint. You don't get this for the remaining 36 weeks of the year. So I always found it to be the more the merrier personally, as long as you're invested in it. I don't mean you have to make a move every 5 seconds, but I think as long as you're actively monitoring the waiver wire, setting your lineup each and every week, the more the merrier on the fantasy football league sprint.
So again, the fantasy football draft is coming up on August 25th, 8 to 10 our time here in Texas. Besides you, who from ESPN personality-wise is probably one of the best ESPN fantasy football people out there?
Well, I will say, I love doing my show daily with Mike Clay and Daniel Robb. They bring a very different approach to doing their rankings and their assessments and their projections and all that. Daniel has this sort of human approach to it. You can kind of use his common sense and logic. Mike, and not he doesn't bring a numerical sense as well. Mike more sort of pounds the keyboard to get the numbers that he wants. But what's really fun about working with both of that is that they bring such an exuberance to what we do to the table. And I think that the difference in the ways that they approach it is a reminder that fantasy football, there are plenty of ways to skin the cat. So you can win, I should say, in many ways more than just what one person believes is conventional.
Go ahead, the draft for the 25th, do we all know who's going to be participating in that yet?
We're working on that. We have
Okay.
Dick and Daniel and Liz Loza and Moody will be there for sure, and Joe Thornton will be there. We're still working on a few others, so
Good.
I wish I could tell you a little bit more.
No, that's okay.
Get there, yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's August 25th. So just ultimately, what is the best advice besides having fun and all the things that we can give our listeners as they get ready for their draft to prepare for their draft?
I would say this is you need to remember that your draft is your draft. Beyond that, and what I mean by that is just because the projections, the rankings, what I say may influence you a certain way. You're the one that is ultimately operating the button in the draft. If you're a player that you are very excited about and you want to get that player through, don't let it go to chance. And try to have fun. Try to have fun in there. Fantasy football is a game of, I would say, focus, and also a little bit of entertainment too. And have some fun in there. There's going to be some fortune and luck as well. So have some fun. It's a long season. Don't feel bad about your draft minutes after it's over. We will see how it all shakes out.
And then, did you ever treat it like the regular draft? What you need for the best players there.
I try to go with best player available as much as I can in my fantasy football draft. Now, at some point, you got to draft, kicker and all that stuff, but mostly, it is just draft the best player available.
Are you in? I'm in one league where we have defensive players. Are you in any of those?
I am, and it's wild, and it's mayhem, and it's fun. So if you have a real interest and tolerance for fantasy football, I suggest getting involved in some sort of fantasy league defensive player.
It is, it's interesting because you get real quick on who you get because there's only so many studs out there on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I big fan of Zaire Franklin for defense. He just racks up tackles every single year.
Well, Bill, I appreciate it. Again, check out Fantasy Focus Football Podcast. Tons of stuff to get you prepared for your draft. Those NFL lives and throughout the year. How soon do you start prepping for all of that?
Oh, it's a year-round process. I think
Yeah.
it's all year round. I got a lot of background. Feeding a baby, or changing a diaper, or chasing a toddler around the playground. You're just constantly thinking about what's next in the rest of fantasy football.
Right. Well, it is here, and again, August 25th. Check out the draft. It's a lot of fun. You get to see a little behind the scenes of how y'all think and your friends think when it comes to drafting. Again, the Fantasy Focus Football Podcast, NFL Live. When you see the relatives, tell them Ryan said hello.
Will do, Ryan. Thanks so much for having me on.
Hey, appreciate it. Have a good day. Thanks, Bill.
Again, that's ESPN's Bill Gates joining us, talking a little fantasy football. and NFL all the way around. When we come back, we'll get Josh and Misty's takes. We'll head out west. Our NFL picks, some Tyler Cagle Law Firm objections within the picks, and we will be right back right after this.
Your laptop, was it called Sermon on the Rink?
Sermon on the Rink.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I
sir.
just still, and it was started by her brother. Okay, I'm about to post this, but I wanted to make sure I got that right.
That's good.
So, what's your favorite part of the job? I'm not answering any more of your questions until you wish me a happy birthday!
Wow.
AI sucks, and it's funny in the same.
So, what's your favorite part of the job? I'm not answering any more of your questions until you wish me a happy birthday!
What is that?
Mitch Abel sent me that hit play. He said one of his coaches sent him that.
So, what's your favorite part of the job? I'm not answering any more of your questions until you wish me a happy birthday!
That's actually hilarious. And New Hope Church, right?
Yeah.
Youth group. Okay, posting.
So, what's your favorite part of the job? I'm not answering any more of your questions until you wish me a happy birthday!
It's so
I
good.
don't even know how you do
AI, you just stick it in and
Just tell it what to do.
tell it what to do and it'll create it. So fun. So fun. Okay. Is this really live right now?
What?
Okay, I think it is.
Lynn Lawhon said how he spiked the football and did the gritty at Braun in the early 70s.
The original gritty.
And he also spiked the ball at the feet of a Robert Lee cheerleader.
Well, I mocked him.
Aggie students stand the entire game to represent the 12th man. That's a position.
I got in trouble at one of the Robert Lee Blount games for making fun of their flag girls during their halftime show when I was in
You're
high
very
school.
mean.
Yeah, I took the
You are very mean, that's very
I took the Robert Lee Steers flag and got in front of the flag girls and made fun of them and mocked them in my costume and made the paper and had to apologize. It was a whole thing. I think I've told you all that story before.
Yes, you have.
And my
You
mom.
are a hoodlum.
I mean, hey, I just, I don't know. It was our rival. The Longhorns are the
Justify
rival.
your sins.
Yay. Okay, got them done. That's so much better if I can just get it done before I
Does that
leave
become a
here.
lot easier doing it now?
Yeah, because what happens is when I get to work, I'm busy and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 2:00. I gotta
But do you
get
feel
those
like
on.
engagement is better starting early anyway?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Wiley, I think has already shared it or commented or something. So yeah, gives more time.
We continue on in hour number 2, brought to you by Coleman County State Bank, colemanbank.com. Appreciate ESPN's Phil Yates again joining us on our Pest Control phone line, 673-6700. Shout out to the folks when that yellow truck rolls your way. They're going to be taking care of you. We had a little talk of NFL storylines. Josh, we talked about that last week with Misty and Brad. And again, Josh was out freezing and now is back to the heat. But thoughts on, could you handle 14 to 16 fantasy football leagues?
No.
when Phil said that, and he did say, my life is pretty much this anyway.
Well, I mean, that's his job, so
Yeah.
it's it's much different, but I don't mind being in a couple leagues, like,
Could we, would it be awkward to have one, if we had a fantasy football league just for hodgepodge folks? Me, you, Misty, I don't know how we would draft it. We could get Greg, we could do a hodgepodge KLGD one, if Greg and JB and Jones. I don't know if High Lonesome would be involved in playing some fantasy football, but I'm in, I think, 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming
I'm committed to two.
I'm committed to 4, I think.
I did 3 one time, and it drove me insane.
Yeah.
And how are you doing 4?
Well,
The reason it bothered me so bad is like,
I need to learn something.
well, yeah. The only time I did 3 or 4 one year is because I got a group of people at work got together and they asked me to do it, and I felt like I couldn't like say no, and so anyway. But the problem becomes,
Remembering?
well, remembering. But then if you're actually trying to pay attention, it gets to where it takes the joy out of it, because I like to play fantasy football, one, because of the camaraderie with the people that you're playing with. If you get stuck in a group where it's like you don't ever really talk football with those people, it's less fun. If you get in a group in office pools, no offense to people I've played with in the past, it's none of my current employee friends, but in past places, when you get those office pool type groups, there's always like a couple people that don't have a clue, and they do something like draft Joe Montana, like you're like, what?
No, they're a big fan of a defensive player on the team, and they drafted Packers like 4th round because they love
Yes,
Michael Parsons.
yes, like they just,
Yeah.
and then they pick up Brandon Aubrey in the 4th round, and you're
In his
just like,
defense, he has the leading score.
well, yes, but
You're right.
but obviously the separation in kickers is not that much, so anyway, there's strategies. Take that aside. You've got those people, and it makes the league not fun, so. And then they quit halfway through the year, and then you're like, what are we even doing here? So I try to avoid that. But then the reason I like fantasy football, besides the camaraderie, is if the Cowboys aren't playing, I still have some interest in
There's
watching
engagement.
what else is on
There's definitely engagement.
TV.
Yeah.
But if you get into 3, 4 leagues, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to watch the Raiders play because I got Ashton Genty on my football team, it becomes, I might have him on this team, but then I'm playing the guy on this league. He's playing against me. So do I want him to do good? Do I want him to do bad? I don't know.
It's kind of like having too many brackets in March Madness. You may not be rooting for the one you thought you should be rooting for.
Right. And then you're like, oh man, I picked this team to win.
And you look at your
and
app
it's
and
like,
you
oh
didn't.
yeah, I picked that team to win in that other bracket that I'm not doing so good in, but the bracket I was doing good, I picked the other team. So now I was cheering for myself to lose, and I don't know what's going on. So anyway,
Very too many.
I don't know what's going on. It's
Yeah.
just the stop.
There you go.
Right, hard stop right there.
All right, perfect. All
You're
right,
getting
so
2 weeks in one because you weren't here last
Yeah,
week.
just
Exactly.
just pull the cord.
So we let Josh. We're going to start our NFL division picks this week. Josh said West, so we're going West. Let's start in the NFC West. The NFC West has the Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks, the Sam Darnold Super Bowl champion led, and also this year's probably most think the favorite in the LA Rams. The LA Rams went out and got Myles Garrett. Aaron Darnold is working out. There's a lot of storylines. We mentioned, again, you've got Brock Purdy, and just about every 49er is hurt right now, it seems like. The Seahawks, their Super Bowl MVP, stayed in the part of the country division-wise, but went to the AFC. Who is your thoughts, Misty? Since you're enjoying your water, I'm going to go with you. What? Yep.
It's on mine. Josh should go first.
But what's your thoughts? Who do y'all have? Yeah, do you have thoughts? You have a Seahawk green looking jacket on.
And I'm going with the Seahawks.
All right, so you think they repeat in the division?
It's going to be tough. I do think the Rams are going to be good, but I'm going with the Seahawks. And yes, this was my thought this morning, a little
There you go.
innuendo for y'all to know what I was going to do.
In the window.
Yeah,
In
Into the
the
wall.
window.
into the wall. But so Jadarian Price was brought up as a pick to maybe draft as a rookie running back replacing again Kenneth Walker. Went on to be he moved over to the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl MVP last year. Misty's going with the Seahawks.
Did you write that down, or you're
Yes.
gonna keep that?
Yeah, I will jot that down.
Because we have to put it in the spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet. I keep a
NFC
spreadsheet. I only bring it
West.
back out if it proves that I was right. Otherwise, it
Seattle.
goes away.
Yep, I'm going to go
Misty.
with the Seahawks.
All right, Josh, here
I'm
you
gonna go
go.
Rams.
Okay.
Mainly because it's hard to repeat. We talk about that a lot, and I'm not really still sold on Sam Darnold is really going to be the guy that's going to take you to dynasty land. No one even thought he was worth being a starting quarterback for a long time.
And then look what happened.
I know.
So,
But Matthew Stafford obviously is putting the finishing touches on a Hall of Fame career. I think he nailed that shut last year.
Yeah, got the MVP under his belt along with being a Super Bowl.
Yep, I'm gonna go Rams.
I figured you would.
And it's tough for me to go that route because one, they are the heavy favorite. They've added Myles Garrett. It's almost like a very familiar team that's in the same city, like the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And that they've added these superstars that should tell you why would they not? Last time the Super Bowl was in LA, Rams were there. Last time the Super Bowl was in LA, the Rams were there, they won. Now Puka is a question mark on how healthy he'll be. I think you got to have him. But you got Puka Nakua coming in. And then if you add Aaron Darnold, have you seen any of the clips of him working out?
Yeah, was he retired for 1 year?
I think he's been out
Two.
two. Well, he retired after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And so, I think Sean McVay is a really good coach. I don't think the 49ers are going to figure it out because they can't stay healthy. The Seahawks you mentioned, you got to repeat. So winning that division, I've got the Rams winning the division as well. So
glad I went against y'all.
So you are solo. So
I'm being wrong.
Tyler Cagle, objection. We'll have our Tyler Cagle college football report next week. If you need a lawyer, Tyler Cagle Law Firm, 325-232-8075. In that division, Brock Purdy takes a step back this year in that division because the weapons aren't there.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I can't object.
Okay, no objections there. I agree. You are right. Hodge, good job. All right, AFC West, the Denver Broncos last year, 14-3, were maybe a quarterback away from going to the Super Bowl. Instead, they lose to Drake May and the Patriots. Kansas City goes 6-11. The Los Angeles Chargers 11-6. Both the Broncos and the Chargers make the playoffs, and 3-14 for the Raiders. Who do you have winning that? Will, again, they talked about it. Bill talked about this, and I asked that question. Tyler Cagle Law Firm, objection. Misty. Patrick Mahomes, will Tom Brady. And what I mean by that, Tom Brady got hurt, won Super Bowl, got hurt, and then had a second rejuvenation after his injury. Patrick Mahomes will have a Tom Brady type year of a bounce back year in 2026. Tyler Cagle Law Firm, 325-232-8075. Objection or sustain?
Objection. Tom Brady didn't have a plant or a face plant stinker of a Super Bowl followed up by an ACL tear.
I'm saying after he got
I
hurt.
know.
Go.
Patrick Mahomes looked washed up
Against the Eagles.
against the Eagles,
Mhm.
and he's way too young to be washed up. So I'm not writing that off for ever and always. But then he came back, and it wasn't like they were blowing and going, looking like they were going to just dominate the West, and then he's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So you're objecting to my
I'm
statement.
objecting.
I have to agree with Josh, because I'm not super high on Patty. Like, he really has taken a step back. And so I don't think he is in the caliber of Tom Brady.
And the reason I think he's the type that wants to prove people.
Well, I'm sure he does want.
Oh,
to
I'm
prove
sure he's
people
been
wrong.
working out like a
But,
madman, but
yeah.
yeah, I just
I don't
don't.
question that at all.
He's not in the same caliber yet. Maybe he will be, but I don't have him right there with Tom yet.
And I've said this before on this very microphone. I think there's a solid chance that he's Troy Aikman.
I totally can
Never
get
wins
behind
another
that.
one.
Troy Aikman and not Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, I've said this after they won their last Super Bowl, the same age.
I like that take.
Pat Mahomes won his third Super Bowl at the same age that Troy Aikman did. And Troy Aikman retired with how many Super Bowls?
Yeah, I like it. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he's going to. Now, the things that I think the reason it might help him, Eric Bieniemy back, his most successful times on the field was Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. My struggle, I hope Kenneth Walker continues Super Bowl into Kansas City.
So he's closer to Tom than Troy.
Yes. I have a hard time thinking he doesn't win it.
Okay.
Now, does he win it this year? No, because there's a chance.
Okay, so go back to after the Cowboys win their third Super Bowl in the 90s. Are you at that point? Is anyone said like, well, I mean, they're kind of running out the clock now. That dynasty's over. No, not a single person said that. They looked like they had it locked up.
Oh, I agree. But so you're saying he's more Troy Aikman. I'm going with what Misty's question is. I'm saying he's not going to be Troy Aikman.
Oh,
He
no,
wins
but
another one.
that's my counterpoint. You're
Yeah.
saying all these reasons why I think they're gonna, and I just disagree.
Now, I think the other reason that helps him opposed to Troy Aikman is and he did get hurt last year. But if the rules today protecting the quarterbacks were applied to Troy Aikman when he was playing, I would have felt the same.
Yeah, I
Different
mean,
conversation.
But
that
I
is a
think
different
the-
conversation.
I think
Troy
the
Aikman
rules-
got beat up.
Right.
But that's, and I think there's off the field things with ownership and coaching and things. Michael Irvin was living his best life.
Several of them were.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so we're gonna go to break. We'll come back, we'll pick our West, and then we'll talk about next week and the picking starting again.
I am frozen.
Huh?
I am freezing in here. I'm glad I wore a little jacket. I knew y'all were gonna pick the Rams. I wanted to pick the Rams, but somebody has to be different. So it's me. But I did want to pick the Rams. But you also just never know. Like, just because on paper it's their favorite.
Normally it hurts you.
It doesn't normally
Seattle
mean-
wasn't picked to win it all.
No. So we'll see. But yeah, I figured y'all would win the Rams or pick the Rams to win. Oh,
Is your concert tonight or tomorrow?
tomorrow. Yeah.
I've never gotten on the Zach Bryan bandwagon.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm on like a bandwagon, but he's got some good songs. So we went 2 years ago, and it was really, really fun. And so same thing. We're bringing Collins, Maddie's going, Kennedy's going. So it's more of a family trip this time.
Colin, Morgan going?
Yeah. So it'll be a little family trip this time. Collins' first like big name concert. I guess.
I don't know if I could tell you a song he sings.
Really?
I know he was on Yellowstone for a little bit.
Something in the orange? Nothing? Okay. That's kind of a big one that he did. You would probably know more than if you heard him Like if you took the time to kind of just scroll through, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know him, or I know more songs. But yeah, I guess Colin's first concert, I mean, was probably Scotty McCreery, like when we were at Mulligan's. And she's been out there, of course, seen Kirk House and other people, but like, kind of like that Nashville star type was probably Scotty.
Has Kyle talked any more about doing another one of those? Or is with Maxwell kind of taking up a lot?
Yeah, I think right now, I don't know. I haven't heard of anything, if there is. But because, I think he's pretty spread thin between both of the places right now. But
I mean, that Mulligan's golf league again, and we're playing at Maxwell right now, which is fun. I mean, it's fun at Mulligan's too.
But yeah, change it
It
up.
was, it was cool that they did that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be in the Caliburns picture Monday.
I don't know if that's open house for the junior high, but normally, I mean, Clay can take her because he's not technically, on the committee anymore, on the crew. After all that, a few years back, he bounced. So after the stout show. So I was like, yeah, that's probably good. So I'm just still on as the advisor, so.
No, gossiping?
No?
Nope,
Not at all, right?
laying facts, homie.
Yeah.
Spitting the
I was
facts.
thinking about that, you're talking about the beat over there, and, I kind of went there the other day, and it was chaotic. And served them. It's like, without warning you, like, hey, these aren't gonna be the normal
Did you
fries.
see it on Legends?
Yeah, these aren't gonna be the normal fries.
Getting you ready for the weekend. Don't forget the Rebel Fest out at Potosi Live tomorrow. You can still get your tickets today, $30. Don't forget your lawn chairs. William Clark Green, a ton of lineup. Della Rose, so many great artists playing tomorrow night. Again, William Clark Green tomorrow night headlining Rebel Fest. So be sure to get your tickets if you want to go have a great time tomorrow. Jam-packed day. But don't forget your chairs. But Rebel Fest tomorrow night at Potosi Live. We're doing our picks and writing them down and remembering so that we can have receipts, as they say, the kids are saying today. Have receipts when it's all said and done.
I got lots of receipts.
Yeah, I've got a ton. I just don't know that.
Oh yeah, don't do Josh wrong, because he will
Josh
come
may-
for you.
Josh will know every stat of every Ranger that's ever played and where you wronged him or he righted you.
Gotta be good at something.
Yeah. We have a hockey player.
Just so glad we're doing life together and
Yes.
on this
Yeah,
journey.
the journey's going good. He's back from his fishing journey.
That was a 9-hour trip, so.
Ooh. But Josh and I picked the Rams in the NFC West. Misty picked the Seahawks. Who do you have winning the AFC West? All right, real quick. If you are Coach Kubiak at the Raiders, do you start Cousins or do you start Mendoza? Misty brought this up last week as one of her
I
headlines.
start Cousins. I would just want to ease Mendoza into it, because, and the Raiders were bad last year. I mean, bad.
3-14. That's why you got to
Bad,
pick
bad.
one.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, I think you have about as much chance of like David Carring somebody as you do like developing and actually trying to get better.
Yeah, I mean, he's
And
got
even-
Ashton Gentry, Jalen Naylor, the Jack Beck kid has shown some promise. You got Brock Bowers.
It's
I
not their
think
skill. It's not their skill players. Their offensive line last year was atrocious.
Rolling dumpster fire.
And so you throw a guy out there that obviously is making the jump from college to NFL, which like the speed difference, I don't think that we mere mortals can even comprehend it. And
Huge difference.
and a bad offensive line, not giving you the opportunity to do what you need to do, get hit a lot. I just think that that's a recipe for disaster. And no offense to Kirk Cousins, I mean,
but I think Kirk Cousins
he's not a terrible quarterback.
I think he's going to be fine.
I don't think your drop off is going to be like gigantic going from a rookie Mendoza to a veteran.
I think he learned from him. I think
that's the perfect situation.
Yeah, I do.
And like I said, no offense to Kirk Cousins, let him get beat up. He's not the future of your franchise.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Kirk Cousins is a nice guy, but
He is a nice guy. And
Yeah,
it was like driving a minivan. So nice.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So who do y'all have winning this? Because I back to my Chiefs take, I think we will, and I mentioned this as one of my storylines last week, Josh. Will the quarterbacks that were good last year, one, can they redo it? Can they have another? Can they run it back? Can Drake May and the one in this division?
Bo Nix.
Can Bo Nix? Justin Herbert still hadn't won a playoff game.
Justin Herbert, I think that's what at some point you are what your record says it is.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we've gotten there with Justin Herbert because I've had every year. All right, Justin Herbert's pretty good. The Chargers are going to turn it around, and then it's like, well, we did it again.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point you are what your record says you are, and that's okay quarterback.
So you're not picking the Chargers to win the division?
Okay, all right, that's a very good point, Misty. So the storylines are in there because as much as can Mahomes continue or bounce back, if you will, from last year and his Super Bowl performance of 2 years ago, Andy Reid is not got many more miles left, I would think, in the coaching world.
That goes to my whole Troy Aikman thing. Like, Andy Reid is he's old. And he's overweight. That's not a good combination.
No, but the other thing that didn't help Troy is what Jerry did.
Oh, I know.
If Jerry stayed put,
they changed coaches. It was a forced maneuver. Unforced error, as they say. But in the Chiefs' land, I'd like Andy Reid is towards the end of his career. I mean,
he's got to be.
There's not.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but if he were to win one more this year, pass it on to Eric Bieniemy.
Well, but I think the win one more is probably the hardest that it's been since they started their role.
I agree with that.
Because when they started their role, the AFC West was very
it wasn't good.
It was the division that you could work your way into the playoffs in. The Broncos were bad, the Raiders were bad.
Well, the last time they went, they had that 13-second loss or win over your boy, Josh Allen, and found a way to get in, didn't have home field advantage. Could they win? Not at Arrowhead, and they made it to the Super Bowl. So, Misty, who do you have winning the AFC West?
The Broncos. And I will be correct.
Well, that's what I'm picking also.
So we will be correct because he's going to pick the Chiefs. See, he's smiling, so we're going to be correct. I mean, surely with all his Mahomes talk, he's picking the Chiefs.
No, here.
Where are you?
He wrote it
Okay,
down.
I was like, yes, we will remember this.
You can't read that handwriting.
I know, that's why.
I was like, what?
That's why you don't know who I will pick when it's over.
CK.
KC, no, that's LC Charger. LA Charger.
That's a C.
Yeah, see what I did there. So I have I have the Chiefs winning the AFC West, the Broncos, Misty and Josh. Josh and I have the Rams, and Misty have the Seahawks. So both divisions, we have 2-on-1, one by themselves. The other division, 2-on-1 by itself. All right, so next week we will start. Get your picks ready. Not a lot of college games next week. Josh, give us a little insight. We got a few minutes left.
Well,
on next week.
I figure we'll have the week 0. Are they still calling it week 0?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still
It's
counts.
like the dumb,
Still
it's
counts.
So
dumb,
stupid.
it's dumb. There's really not any big games. I was looking at it I'm excited about turning on game day. I don't know if y'all saw that Marco Rubio clip where he was talking about how much he likes a down Saturday so he can watch game day in college football. It's entertaining. But that is like
Well, I think you could find some here. I mean, you got,
it's not that there's nothing. It's not nothing. It's just, it's not.
you got Belichick coming to Fort Worth. Hey, where'd you get
Yeah.
a ticket? No, I can't. I got fancy football.
Um,
Oh, there you go. You got some, yeah,
it's not nothing.
right. So, but next week we'll start our guest pickers. Hey, if you have a suggestion who would be a great celebrity guest picker, send it to us. We'll be open to that. We've got some in mind, but open to adding some. But next week we will bring our champion who currently has the World Heavyweight Championship Hodgepatch belt. He is taking it to the Capitol. I think he's taking it to the White House. He's taking it everywhere. Michael Dean, MG Dean, will be in next week as our first picker to gloat, to show off the belt and return it back to its rightfully placed. It is the first time it's not been in a Greer house, and so will the Greers bring it back?
Papa Greer.
We
yeah,
need to
we'll take
think
it
of
on.
something. We need to think of something. I thought about this when we did Are You Smarter Than a Fourth Grader? Molly, who's now an eighth grader.
And then we went to
And-
fifth grade when she
Yeah,
was in fifth grade.
Yeah, but, and you would not be, there would be no shame in losing to Luke or Barrett because they're probably going to win. Obviously, he had the belt. So between now and next week, let's us three think, who could they not, like, how could we figure out if they don't beat whoever? Like, I don't want to, I mean, Misty's a good picker, you're a good picker, I'm not that great, but I guess I would be one. If Hodge beats you, that's a problem. We could think
Very
of
much
it.
so.
Beats you, that's the problem.
Very
That's the
much
whole
so.
segment.
That is the segment. If Hodge beats you.
You just made it up.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Because Michael Bacon wanted me to ask, yes, I got last place in the league that I'm in with him, and back-to-back years of that, so hoping to.
So you were last twice and they
Yeah.
brought you back?
Well, why would you not?
He's got a great personality.
Hey, well, why would you not? Why would I want to bring somebody in that might win?
True.
I
I don't like that. I like competition.
He wants
I
to beat
tried.
the best.
well, 2 years ago I had a pick during the club championship, and then last year I don't remember that excuse.
One time we were dove hunting and you were fantasy drafting on a phone while we were dove hunting, which you don't really dove hunt, so I guess that really didn't distract you much.
No,
I don't even think you had a gun.
no, probably not. But that'll be coming soon, hopefully, and with that will be cooler weather and all the things. Hey, we appreciate you guys joining us each and every Friday. It was great to have Josh back, and all three of us will be back next week. MG Dean, again, will be kicking off picking, and football will be here. Friday Night Lights, all the things, college game day, back to good stuff, and all that. If you missed the show at all, even if you're just now listening, tune into the Hodgepatch podcast so you can listen to the Sophie interview along with Coach Clay Martin, the Wiley head football coach, and then part 2 of ESPN Phil Yates, and you get some fantasy football advice there. Josh is going to watch some baseball. Missy's going to jam out some music, and we are going to enjoy a great weekend. Don't forget about Rebel Fest tomorrow at Potosi Live. Appreciate it. It was good to be back. Good job, Seattle Seahawks.
Awesome.
There you go. We'll be back next week. More Hodgepatch Sports Life and everything in between.
Bye.
I'm always tempted to like yell something right there at the end.
We got a little-
Ric Flair.
Little,
Problem?
no.
If you have a problem, yo.
In
also-
the chat, no, not a problem, just like a long, little,
Diatribe?
yeah,
From who?
Oh, hang on. Let me.
yeah, you don't want to read this.
I want to read it.
No, like, are we off?